Hello everyone and welcome to another training video for the X-Trident Agusta-Bell AB412. Today we're going to have a look at the fire attack variant. So here it is. Now in case you like a livery or you want to do one and you want to add items, you can add them in the file, in the config file, which is found in the livery folder. And now there are a series of things that you can add to the helicopter, including that fire attack, even the external tank, the floats, steps. So what I will do is in the description, I will put a list of all the items that you can configure the helicopter with, the winch. All those things can be added or removed. Like if you watched my previous video, I was using the same helicopter. It did not have the fire attack. So you can add it or remove things. I will list all the items you can add to the config file to customize a specific helicopter. Okay, and as you can see here, that the fire attack with the hose here, and I'm going to explain how it works. So now, when you are loading the flight, one thing you might and you will have to take into consideration is the weight. Okay, here I have a payload weight of a pilot, co-pilot, and any other items. So I round it to 150 kilograms, and the main difference probably is going to be the fuel. Okay, because when you will be filling the tank with water, look at how much. If you fill it all the way, you can take that much. Okay, so if you had, let's say, full fuel, look at what's going to happen. Okay, already with that amount of weight, when you will be in a hover, you're going to be using so much torque then you would probably be over torquing. Okay, so already to be on the safe side, I could carry that amount of fuel. As you can see here, it's within the limit, but I will put 500, and here, okay, you want to put it back to 0. That's done. Very important, otherwise you will have lots of problems flying the helicopter. That's one thing. And then you can fill the water tank while still on the ground. Here, refill water. Okay, so you will already have water added to the tank. And now the scope here, once you have released it, you cannot put it back like where it is here. It will keep hanging. Okay, and when you will come up to the helipad to land, of course you want to pay attention the hose also when you will be flying around. So the reset scoop, what you can do if you want to use it in the air, I think it is possible, except that it's a little bit cheaty. So what you can do is you wait for you to land, and then you can reset the scoop. Okay, the refill tank is for another configuration. Okay, so here, refill water if you want to refill water in the tank, and reset scoop if you have released the hose, you want to put it back in. Okay, now let's get inside the helicopter. So back inside the helicopter, now you will find here we have that water level, okay, and the harbor pump. I will explain how it works. Okay, so already I'm gonna do a quick start of the helicopter, then I will explain what you need to set up. So in case you watch the full start procedure, complete procedure, this one is going to be a simplified one. So I'm just gonna remove it before flight. Okay, so make sure it's on idle here. Okay. So in case you don't know how to start the helicopter, watch the previous video. Anyway, this is going to be in a playlist, and then you will have a better idea what to do. So just make sure this list is working. Good. Starting engine number 1. Okay, so everything is centered. Those two need to match. Especially important here because, as you will see, we will be heavy when we will be full. So make sure you set up everything properly. Okay, now let's talk about how to operate the water tank. Okay, so in order to be able to fill water, you will have to release the hose, which we're not going to do here, but this is the switch we're going to use to release the hose. Okay, and here this is the master, okay, emergency jettison. So let's go ahead, because unfortunately I tried to look for bindings for them, key bindings, I couldn't. So I will already arm this, and when you, let me explain while I'm still on the ground. When you will then extend your hose, or hose, or whatever the English word is, English is not my first language. So what you could do is, you can put your decision height at 10 feet. Okay, so that the light will illuminate once you are at 10 feet, and you will also find another light here, hover point, which will light up. And then you need to maintain a hover, but ideally you want to be kind of moving forward in translational lift, so that you don't kind of pull that much torque. And then little by little, this is, I believe, 25%, 50%, 75%, and a full is 100%. Okay, as we will see here, because we will be filling the tank on ground. here, refill water. Okay, and this is how it's going to look like once the tank will be getting filled by the hose, which we will do after our first passage over the fire zone. Okay, and then you want to of course map a button. It's a jettison cargo, which you want to map. It's described in the manual anyway, so that when you press it, it's gonna then drop the water. So now that we are ready, let's go to the fire location, extinguish it, and then we will refill and then do a second pass. Now something you might want to do is to arm the floats. There you are. While you're still in the ground, because like I said, some things will have like the key bindings. I don't have them. I've searched, I couldn't find. Okay, so now let's take off and go to the fire location. So now, because we are very heavy, maybe I will have to do a running landing based on how much torque I'm pulling, but it was just for demonstration purposes. Usually I wouldn't take off with that much weight. It was just to show you how to fill the tank on the ground. Monitoring that torque there. Right on the skid, 80. Yeah, let's go for a running landing. Baby, flying. There you are. Not going to pull more torque than that. Now we're going to the reported fire location for a first pass, and then I will show you how to refill the tank when you are ready. I don't know why they don't appear closer, those. Okay, so there you go. And now, like I said, you have no key bindings for that. Oops. Luckily I did not crash in the meantime. Or you could activate the autopilot. Remember here I'm on SAS autopilot. You need to switch to ATT. So even if it's a big lake, you still kind of want to be not too much in the center, because you will want to keep power lines underneath here, so your hose is extended. Remember, just be careful, watch your height, and remember the hover pump will light once you are at around 10 feet out of the water body here. And also do not enter vortex ring state. Ideally I want to turn into the wind, because as the tank fills up I will also be getting heavier. Now we'll need to constantly increase collective and make necessary adjustments in order to keep control over the entire operation. So here, keeping an eye at my radar altimeter and also the pump. Decent rate, because in the simulator you don't feel what the helicopter is doing. And like I said, you want to keep a little bit of speed, just so that you don't pull that much. There is pump on, so here just try to keep that altitude and maybe that airspeed too. 25% full. 50% full. Now as you can see, I have to gradually keep increasing torque, because as the tank is getting filled, of course the helicopter is becoming heavier, 75%. Remember, once the hose is extended, you cannot retract it. There it is, 100%. So now carefully, I don't want to over torque at this point, so I will just keep up speed like this, keeping the torque as low as possible. Then as I'm gaining speed, I start to maneuver back to the fire side. And then you just rinse and repeat. And this is replay compatible, so you will see the actions going on. Except for the hose, I don't think it kind of you see it extend or retract. But the water effect you can see. Look at this, I have to get that close and I can still see my scenery. There they are. And 3, 2, 1. Yeah, and like I said, you just rinse and repeat. Return to the lake, refill the tank, come back here, drop the water. Now when landing, you just want to make sure you're not dragging the hose into anything underneath you. So when approaching the landing helipad, you want to be higher than usual. So ideally you want to be higher than 10 feet. Remember, we still have our destined height set at 10 feet here, the bulb here. Do your best not to let the hose to touch the ground here. Now I will try to maintain that altitude until I can lower down onto the helipad. There it is. Now just straight onto the helipad. There you go. So you avoid dragging your hose into objects or people. So there it is, the fire attack variant. I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in another video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.